Hi bestie, welcome to my channel. My name is Miss Frugal, also known as Karen. We're going to work on my paycheck budget, close out the previous weekend, do the Karen week, and do some cash stuffing. So if that is something that interests you, hopefully you decide to stay along. Subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell so you know when I upload another video. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, let's go ahead and get started and jump into the things. So guys, I did create these several challenges here with the animal print theme. They are available on my Ko-fi, not sure the correct how I'm supposed to pronounce that, guys, but I will have that link in my description just in case if you want that freebie. Those freebies are there along with some other freebies that I have available on the Ko-fi shop. So make sure you check that out if you need some saving challenges. So before I get to my paycheck budget, when I was last here, guys, I forgot to add up the monies that I've earned to jot down my quarterly amount for the first quarter. So I definitely want to go ahead and update those trackers because I did the monthly, like here I did update the monthly here for everything, but I did not do it here. So I definitely need to go ahead and add the March information to these trackers, and then I'm gonna total it up so I can have my quarterly amount. Now, so for this section with the monthly trackers that have the quarterly, I'm not gonna do everything. But when it comes to my dividend earned, my interest earned, I will do that. I'll come up with a quarterly. So like for an emergency, I will not be adding those 3 months up because that's just the running total for my emergency fund. So let's go ahead and add up my dividends earned for the first quarter. And so for the first quarter, I was able to earn $709.91 in dividends. And my goal is definitely to increase that for the future. And then I need to go ahead and add up my quarterly amount for the interest earned in different accounts that I have. And I definitely need to, so that's $119.04. So I definitely do need to do some condensing of the monies that's in my sinking funds binder. And I know I've been saying that, guys, but I definitely need to go ahead and condense that and deposit that money into my account so I can earn some interest on it. Okay. Okay, so now I need to close out my previous paycheck budget before I start my new paycheck budget. And I did end up incurring some expenses. So, a couple of weeks ago, I had got a box. And I was like, well, I thought I canceled my subscription box, but I didn't. I forgot. So I definitely need to add that expense in. Okay. Hold up. Let me get a paper clip for this card here, which says I lack nothing. This is one of my favorite affirmation cards. This is a scripture card from Grateful Games that I got a few years ago. And I keep that in my planner just as a reminder. And just speaking over the fact that I lack nothing because God's going to provide, and He has during tough times for sure. Okay, sorry guys, I got all these different binder clips and I'm just trying to adjust them. Okay, then I'm switching some out. Yeah, so like for the gas, I did end up getting gas, guys. And as you can see, I paid less than $5. And I definitely need to add that here so you can see. And I probably end up having a short, so make sure you check that out as well. And that one now, I'm not going to add the gas amount to my expenses, because that was money that I spent in my cash wallet. Alright, so let's see. How much was... Yeah, I need to add the cloth and paper here for the subscription box. And I need to add this in with my expenses. Okay, so I'm adding my variable and my fixed expenses together. And then I need to go ahead and add in the cloth and paper subscription box of $59.32. And that comes up to $285.67. Okay, so now that I've done that, okay, I do want for my cash wallet, I need to add that amount up. And I want to add that into my expenses because this is not what I saved. And so for my groceries and that was $60. So I'm going to add that into it. And that costs $345.67. Okay. And I need to go ahead and add up how much I saved for the week. And these are the different saving challenges that I'm adding. Okay, let's see. Alright, so that's what? $292 I saved during this particular paycheck budget, which is great, and I definitely exceeded my goal, and that's because of the different sales and definitely from the rebates and stuff. Okay, so next one I need to do is... Okay, so I'm gonna jot down these totals at the bottom. But let me make sure I captured everything and that I haven't missed anything. Let me see. So I haven't been at this for a couple of weeks, so I have to remember. Alright, so let me jot down my expenses here. And let's go ahead and subtract and deduct them from each other. That can't be right. What am I missing? Because I saved what? $292, and the remaining balance is $238. Hold up, let me see. I'm missing something. I'm trying to see what did I miss, because something is definitely wrong here. Let me see if I had a carry forward amount from my last paycheck budget. Okay. Okay, so I have a carry forward amount of $71.16. And as you can see in my income, I did not include that amount. So I have to make a correction. I need to go ahead and add the carry forward amount. And I'm going to have to get my marker so I can change amounts that I have on here. And I dislike when I make mistakes, but hey, I'm definitely far from perfect. So, at least I have my little markers so I can blacken it out and correct my errors. And I'm going to have to recalculate my income. Okay. So once I add in my carry forward amount, what my new income amount is, let's see, what, $655? Okay. And let me update that here. Alright. Okay, so let me get this sticky note and I'm gonna jot down these amounts so I won't forget. I'm jotting down the expenses total and the total that I save, and I'm gonna go ahead and add those both together. And let's see how much this comes up to. Okay, so it's $637.67. And I'm gonna deduct that amount from my income. Let me go ahead and write these totals down at the bottom of my paycheck budget. Okay, so let's deduct the income is $655.66. Alright, so my remaining balance is $17.39, and that's what amount that I would carry forward to my next paycheck budget. Alright, and I think I am finished. I am finished with this one. So now we're gonna move on to, hold up, let me make sure. Let me add this note on the sticky note as well. So I do keep like sticky notes here. So if I'm ever flipping through and I have a reference that I could just see what I did. But for my next paycheck budget, I'm gonna go ahead and this will most likely be my last budget for the month of April since I did miss the prior week. And I'm just gonna combine and basically kind of close out the month of April. So I definitely need to go ahead and jot down my carry forward amount. That's what messed me up with my last paycheck budget because I didn't include the amount on there, and I should have. So let's add that $17.39 here. And man, guys, if you purchase shoe charms for me, and I know I said this the last time, but y'all been coming through, and I appreciate it so much. The shoe charm sales, sorry y'all, the shoe charm sales have been off the chain, so I earned $540.55 there, $3.50 on the Etsy. And if you purchase anything on Amazon for me, thank you so much, because you helped me earn $22.75. And I'm going to add all these up together, and it totals up to $584.19. Okay? So for this paycheck budget, I will be adding in the rest of my bills. And these are fixed bills. The amounts never change every month. And I did end up incurring some expenses as well. I purchased a few planner and saving challenges, and I'm going to add that to the variable. Okay, so and then I will add everything up. Hopefully all is well with you so far for the month of April. How has your budget been? Have you been able to meet your targets? Have you been within budget? And even if you maybe overspent, let me know in the comments. And if you're working on a no spend for this month, how has it gone so far for you for this month? Hopefully all is well with everyone. Okay, so let's go ahead and total up my fixed expenses. Like I said, these are my bills, the remaining bills that I have to document for the month of April. And that's $114.97. And now I need to go ahead and add in a few orders that I placed within the past couple of weeks. What Planner Aesthetic is $32.68. $30.19. And last night, Dreamy Budgets, I got some things for her, and that was $17.70. And let's go ahead and add those things up to see what it comes up to. Okay, so with us $80.57. Okay, so now I just need to go ahead and add up my variable and my fixed expenses together and see how much they are together. That's $195.54. And I'm going to deduct that amount from my income so I know how much that I can save this week or to close out the month. Okay? So I have $388 that I have that could go towards my cash wallet and the different saving challenges that I want to work on. So originally, guys, when I was working on my spreadsheet, updating it, I had outlined different saving challenges that I wanted to work on for this week. But I changed my mind. I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my binders to see what needs to be done and what I can close out this time. But for my cash wallet, I definitely need to add funds to my cash wallet. And I'm going to start on that first. So last time when I did do my cash stuffing, I didn't have a medicine tab available in my wallet, which I thought I did. So I ended adding a health tab and a few additional ones. So let's see what I have left available. Okay, so groceries, I have $8 left. And that's basic. I think that's all I have left in my wallet. $8, guys. Yep. So I definitely need to add to different categories this week. I'm going to, I already went to the ATM machine and took monies out to go towards my cash wallet and the different saving challenges that I want to work on. So groceries, I want to do $50. For household, I'm going to do $10. For miscellaneous, I'm going to do $10. Gas, $5. For meds, $10. Okay. And this is all that I'll be cash stuffing into my wallet today. Let me go ahead and add this up. Alright, so that's $85. Okay, so I need to, hold up. I do have coins that I do want to add to my acrylic box. So let's go ahead and add this up. Not add it up. Let me go ahead and add the coins here. Okay, this is stone with my father's fingerprint that I received when he transitioned. I wish I had one for my mom. They didn't do that back then. Well, it was a different hospital, so. But my brother and my daughter got it one as well. So I did go, like I said, I did go to the ATM machine. And let's go ahead and count up to see how much money that I've withdrawn from the bank. Alright, let's add this up. 50, 100, 200, 350, 70, 90. So that's $390. That's a little bit over than what I need, but that's fine. It's a $2 difference, so that's okay. Okay, so let's add the $50 for groceries, and I'm going to have to condense for the rest of the amount, so let me get my sinking funds binder so I can condense the larger bills to smaller bills. Alright, let me go ahead and get my cash tray as well so I can separate by denominations. Alright, so let's see. 20s. Let me see which one that I'm gonna break down a $50 bill. Let me break this down. Alright. Let me move this out the way as well, so I don't mix anything up. Alright. Let's see what I have in my emergency fund. See which denominations that I have so I can break this down so I can have $10 bills and $5 bills. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so I do have a few fives in here. So now that's 20, 30, 50. I think that's what I'm going. Let's see. I'll try to decide if I should do the 5. Maybe I should do some ones. Should I do $2 bills? I guess I'll do the ones. 1. Okay, I'm not gonna do it. I'll just do the 5s. So that's what? 10, 20, 30. Alright, so that's 50. Let me place this $50. And most likely, guys, I'm gonna have to do this a couple of times, depending on which saving challenges that I do this time. Okay, so now that I broke that down, I can go ahead and finish stuffing my cash wallet. Okay, so household is what, $10? What the rest of the categories, so I'm doing household, miscellaneous, mass for $10, and for gas, I'm doing $5. Cause I only have, a few things. I don't have that many things that I need to get, and this should cover me for the week. So guys, that's it guys for cash stuff in my wallet and closing out my previous paycheck budget and doing my final paycheck budget for the month of April. Turning your notification bell so you know when I upload another video. I will be doing a few saving challenges, so if that interests you, make sure you come back when you get the notification. So guys, have an awesome day. Toodles.